𝗬𝗏 Taproom is the place to play indoor golf in Worcester. Featuring 5 bays with brand new 𝗥𝗶𝗰𝗿𝗀 laser simulators and over 16,000 courses to choose from, including local courses, you're guaranteed to tee off comfortably on your favorite course any time of the year. 𝗬𝗏 Taproom also hosts indoor golf leagues year-round so you can grow as a player and have fun rain or shine. Great food, great drinks, and reasonable rates. Navigate to 𝗬𝗏taproom.com to book a bay today. Say hi to Todd, Doreen, and the rest of the staff. They'll be sure to take good care of you.
Great teams don't happen by chance. They're built on trust, teamwork, and people who show up when it matters. At Massive Staffing Solutions, we connect people with opportunity and businesses with reliable talent. And we're proud to support the local communities and organizations that bring people together. Massive Staffing Solutions. People first, community always.
No job is too big or too small for Worcester's best signage and display crew. Art Creative are experts in signage, banners, large format printing, vinyl lettering, and more. With work featured all over New England, they will understand your needs better than any competitor, guaranteed. If you're looking for a local business that truly cares about quality, Art Creative is here for you. Check out their Facebook page or visit them online at art-creative.com.
Yeah, and Joe is looking to get things underway here, looking to swan dive with some excellence into the deep end of the pool. And while it's not a perfect dive, it's still a good one nonetheless. Fred Krueger,
7 out of 10.
looking to execute the perfect dive, and my goodness, perfect 10.
There it is, another perfect 10 from Fred Krueger. He's going to start us off. So, Fred, I think the important thing is when we see Joe, Joe's also got a piece of apparel on that I think you guys are going to want. But Fred, going to start off with that trip 20. The scoring is just phenomenal. Another one. Can he find all three? No, a 140. There just wasn't enough room. But look at that, Joe Ricard with the WPL hat. Make sure you hop over to the merch store and get a hat of your own if you think it looks nice on him.
I think it looks excellent on him. I think it looks very handsome, very masculine. I think it also improves your average by a solid 20 points every time you wear it.
Yeah, we'll confirm that. That's a fact, not a oh, man.
Not a sales pitch, pure fact there, folks.
Fred Krueger back into the trip 20. If he can keep this scoring up, he's going to be in great shape. 99 scored. Funny enough, he doesn't find that trip 19. Even though like his cover shooting is probably one of the best in the room, if not the best in the States, probably.
Certainly the best in this league so far. It seems almost a certainty every time that he goes downstairs to find that switch. He does find it. Joe, not able to find anything significant there, only finding 60. So Freddie, opportunity now and just needs to make a slight adjustment, finding that trip 5 and goes the wrong way. Something that we don't see very often from Fred. Just a little to the left there from all 3 of those darts. Not a great visit. An opportunity for Joe if he finds something massive. Level up the score.
Joe, that is a great marker dart. Can he just drop it in? He does drop it, but it's just low. Got to go right between them. And he's not able to find it. So 360s in a row for Joe Ricard. Fred Krueger going to look to take advantage with a big visit here. Straighten those darts out, and straighten it out he does. Trip 20 with the first dart. Trip 20 with the second dart, and he's going to just pile them all in. 140 found to leave himself 81. What a leg from Fred Krueger right now.
Yeah, over 100 right now getting things underway, and that is a solid way to get rid of the 1. But not a place that you want to stay for very long. Looking for another trip 20. I think he does lock it down. So 1-2-1 there for Joe Ricard. But Fred Krueger, 81, will be coming back nonetheless. Eyeballing this trip 15. Okay, so looking for just a big 15 here if he wants to leave. 36. Might choose to go a different way. Looks like he's staying in the same area of the board. Nope. Finds the 11. Looks like he's going upstairs, and he's not able to lock down top. So close. But he will be coming back.
Yeah, sets himself up nicely. It was a good visit. Just found the wrong triple with that first dart. Joe, got to look to put a little pressure on this, but there's not a lot of pressure in Fred. Fred's been just solid and not responsive to any high scoring. And 45 is just not going to cut it. 155 is not enough to put pressure on Fred here, as he's going to walk his way down into this double 20. Oh, and he's a little too low, so can he cover it with the double 10? No, he's just outside. So outside chance for Joe Ricard here. 155. Was it enough to leave him in a good spot?
Yeah, certainly outside chance for sure. I mean, this is going to be a tough take. But Joe, a little bit of a masterclass here this past couple of seasons in finding these tough outs. Not able to get it going here. So 150 remains. 130 now. Certainly a tough blocker. We'll try and move over to those 18s. Not able to find it. So Fred under no pressure here again. The very best Joe is coming back with a low percentage shot.
Yeah, Fred going to look to clean this up, and he does, right in the middle of the double 10. No more fooling around. He scored well in that leg and just took a little bit to get over the finish line.
Yeah, and you know what? That's all right, though, because for Joe, it wasn't your throw anyway. Now he's looking to hold. Now it comes down to, well, being able to hold your throw, not let this guy come in and run amok in your house. Not able to find the third 20. So 95, a great start. But Freddy Krueger, he has just been so good at getting things going in style. Wants to try and move that dart a little bit. Stay there, or he's going to be going downstairs instead. Can't find the switch, but the 99. It's a great follow on that 95.
Yeah, it's a good answer, but I assume we're going to start seeing Joe scoring pop up. He is a better shooter than we've seen from him lately, and he's got to start finding these triples, though, if he wants to keep up with Fred. And find the triples he did. 85, probably the bare minimum.
Yeah, but for Joe, I mean, that's encouraging because the scoring is starting to come. It's starting to come back. But Freddie, 2 in there looking for another one. Can he find the big 180? Freddy Krueger with the big 180 here, first one of the game.
And it feels like it's just deja vu. We just see Freddie over and over finding these trip 20s and 180s. Joe has got to be feeling the pressure. Only a 60 found, so Krueger already down to 222.
Lil Red in the chat says, let's go, Freddie, with 1.5 million exclamation points. And I think he might have heard you because, well, I'm not going to be able to follow, but it's still a good visit right now nonetheless. Okay, 82 found. No, 84, excuse me. 84 found. Ricard 261. Again, the pressure out of nowhere with those great visits from Fred.
I mean, 100 leaves a finish, but he'll want more than that. He wants to find another trip 20 here. And it looks like he's going to find the 100, the bare minimum. But Fred Krueger is going to have first poke at this 138. So he's going to go trip 20 with his first dart. No finish now, but just going to look to tee it up and hope that Joe, unlikely to take out this 161. But look at this, 94 scored. Just great stuff from Fred Krueger. Joe almost has to take out this 161 now.
It has to go, and it's not going to go. So just trying to, well, take big bites, and he's taking a massive chomp out of this score right now. Not able to find, well, he's able to find that 90 score, which is enough. But Freddie, with this 44, it's almost a certainty. Just looking to hit the big 4 for his favorite double 20. He's been so good on this. No, going downstairs to double 10. Missed it just by a millimeter, and he pulls it inside. So Joe Ricard with a big opportunity to hold his throw.
Yeah, and you need to take this if you're Joe, because going down 2-0 in the first set and giving the darts back to Fred, it's not looking good if you're going to be put in that position. So I don't know if Joe is thinking about his score, if he punched it in wrong, but we're pretty confident he punched it in correctly. So just talking about it right now, but must have punched something wrong. And these guys, yeah, so it was a trip 10. It wasn't a single 10. It was a trip 10. Because I was thinking that, but I was like, oh, it must have been a single. So 11 for tops or 19. Oh, and he finds the double 11. That is basically unacceptable at this point. If you're playing at this level, you can't do stuff like that. So Joe, 22 scored, 29 left. You think 13 will leave double 8 here. Just an awkward position. And no, he goes for double 10 now. And he's not able to find it. And just the poor first dart really hampers his ability to take that out.
Yeah, it blew up any semblance of ease there for Joe. And wow, a rare bust there from Fred Krueger, something that we so very rarely see. All of a sudden, Joe with a massive opportunity again to hold his throw, and Freddie's going to be shaking his head. He's not going to be happy with that, but it comes down to Joe being able to clean this up. Pulls it inside, so going upstairs for an awkward double 5, and he finds it with that second dart. Opportunity that he should not have had, but it's an opportunity he takes nonetheless.
That's all that matters. It's if you're given a chance, you have to take it. Fred's got to be kicking himself about that leg. That was his to win, his to lose, basically, and lose it he did. But he's back into that trip 20. The scoring continues. 100 scored. We say only 100 for Fred.
Only 100, yeah, of course.
But a great start to this leg.
Joe, now, so smooth on this toss. Again, he has some of the smoothest darts, well, in the area, really. I mean, that action is so good. Looking to put another one in there. Only able to find 83. It's a good follow. But Freddie, I mean, he just finds a way to crater the triple 20 every single night. Target, if you're out there watching us, please send us some more boards, because this guy, well, he makes a mockery of the red bit there. Well, not able to find it there, but still, all on Joe now to keep putting in good scores.
Yeah, and I mean, Fred, he doesn't have many visits where he doesn't keep the dart straight. Joe actually doing a very good job of correcting himself and now finding the trip 20. This is more like the scoring that we saw last season from Joe. And actually, he's been playing some great darts, just running into some tough opponents. Fred looking to get back on his groove, going to look to go right in the middle, or is he going to move downstairs? No, he stays, goes right in the middle. Look at that 100. An unlikely one is how blocked that was, but 246.
Yeah, and Joe, I mean, he kind of gets that, though. I mean, Freddie likes to drill the 20s. Joe likes to drill the 20s. Who's going to be able to drill more? It's a good ton follow, so Joe leapfrogging ahead of Freddie here. Freddie 246 with a big opportunity. If he can put himself within range, it's a great marker dart. He just wants to follow the same line, basically does. No thinking of even moving, and that's a 140 found to leave himself 106. Great darts from Fred Krueger.
Yeah, so what does Joe have in the tank to kind of pressure his throw right now? And this is smart. Moves downstairs as he sees just how blocked that dart was, and he finds the 96. Good visit from Joe there to leave the 1-2-2. Fred Krueger, 106, 20, 86 left. Trip 18 is not going to find it, and he will likely move back to the trip 20. Yeah, 58 scored. So outside chance for Joe here. Only needs one triple for the bowl.
Yeah, he only needs one. Looks like he will be working on those 18s first. You can tell by the eyes. Okay, wants one more of those in the middle. Not able to get it done, so no way home here. Unlucky darts there from Joe Ricard. Not able to find the third in the red bit, so 54. But Freddie, working with 48, 16 or 8, probably going to hit the 8 for his favorite double 20. He's been so good. Oh, maybe not tonight, though. A little bit of shakiness on this double. Never mind that. Double 20 found with the third dart. Freddie, 2-1 in this set.
But here's the thing. Joe is putting a lot of pressure on him. That was Fred's throw, and Joe feels like he had opportunities of that. So all he's got to do is keep that momentum up and hope that Freddie can't find the scoring that he normally does. But just two of the wrong triple, not missing by much, only 50 scored for Joe.
Yeah, and Freddie, again, he's just been so good at getting things underway. I mean, he really is one of those rare players where it almost feels like a certainty that he's going to hit over a ton or close to it at the beginning of every single leg, and that's a great example of that. He is so good at finding those switches, and that's something that is so hard to do, but he makes it look so easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy to move around the board, and I think anyone that plays darts will tell you that. That looks blocked, but he's going to try to power through. He's not able to, only 55. So Fred in control now, looking to win the set.
Yeah, 404. Darts certainly have been found all night tonight for Fred Krueger. Looks like he's going back down to those 19s. Great marker dart if he can just put one a little higher, and he does find it. That's what we're talking about. Back-to-back 96s. I mean, this guy can utilize every single number on the board for his grand campaign of getting to an out. Joe Ricard not happy with the way that first start went, looking to clean it up here. Finds that correction, so another one there would be great, but he pushes it outside, only finding 66.
Yeah, he keeps walking it across the board. He just isn't able to center it. But look at Fred Krueger right in the corner. Does decide to move as he either thinks it's going to fall out or it's just in the way. So 98 scored for Fred, and we've got Joe still back on 330. Fred looking to close this set out. Joe needs a big visit here. And that first dart has been in the 5 very consistently for Joe. So he's able to correct it with the second one, but now he's blocked and has to move across the board, and it leads to a poor visit.
Yeah, and I mean, Joe's not playing bad darts here. It's just he's not finding the darts at the critical time that he needs him. Fred still has a lot of space, you feel, but looks like he is moving. No, he's staying there, so wants another one there. Not Oh, man, his eyes, man, he's so locked in. I don't think I've seen a player with more ferocious eyes than Fred Krueger. He is like laser beams on that dartboard.
Well, when he's looking at that trip 20 and it's the size of a dinner plate, you know just how confident he is in his throw. Joe needs another triple to get to a finish, isn't going to do so, so 6 darts from 150 for Fred Krueger.
Yeah, and can he get this 150 going here? That's going to be the question. Okay, not going to be able to get it done. 130 remains now. Looking to keep it steady, keep it straight. Might be moving, might not be moving. Looks like he does stay on those 60s. So 90 scored, it's a great leave. But if Joe can find 2 here, a lot of pressure.
Well, in staying straight, this is what it does, is it gives you 2 single darts, 2 fat darts, gets to a bowl. Joe finds the first trip 20, wants another one to put pressure on. 100 still does put the pressure on. That's a triple to double. Fred, gonna go 20s on this one. He knows the route, he knows what he has to do. There it is, so double 15 to put the set away. Oh, and he's a little outside. Can he capitalize? And no, he's well inside. That is not what you want to see of your Fred. After a nearly perfect first dart, now Joe's coming back for this 86.
Needs to find at least 118. Can't afford shenanigans. So one more single 18 to leave the bull for the center of the board. Joe Ricard, bullseye! And not able to get it done, not able to convert, finding that 7. So awkward third darts from both gentlemen. Freddie with 15 now.
You would think he'll go 7 double 4. Yep, gets the fat dart. And he's outside on that double 4. Can he sneak it in there? No, it clatters wide, so it catches his flight and kicks it out. So big chance for Joe Ricard to hold his throw in what he thought wasn't going to be a chance in this leg.
Yeah, to push it all the way in this set. Wants to find that 3, going upstairs for double 20. 2 darts in hand, and wow, thank your lucky stars. That dart did not fall out. My goodness.
Yeah, it hung on there. I think it clattered the wire, and then it didn't have enough speed to stay in, so it didn't go all the way. So we're going all the way here as Fred going to try to hold his throw, and he starts off a little bit weak. And he finds the 81, but lower than he normally starts.
Yeah, 81. It's enough to get off the line in a hurry. But if Joe Ricard can put some serious pressure, not happy with the way that first dart was released, moving downstairs here, and just not the tempo that he wants to be starting this set-deciding leg off with.
Yeah, you can't let any pressure off of Fred Krueger. If he gets you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. That's pretty much what you got to say. Only a 59 scored, so nerves for both of these guys as we're in a deciding leg for this set that is crucially Fred Krueger's set to win.
Yeah, and we've been saying for a little while here that as Freddie has gone on, not to say that he's not a hard man to beat, he certainly is, but he has looked beatable as these weeks have gone on because everybody else has been getting better. And Freddie is a large reason for that. Freddie looking to try and find that triple. He does find one, looking to stay there. Plenty of space to work with, and he fires in the big 135. Great darts. But Joe Ricard, he's even said it to us here in the commentary booth that, you know what, he raises all ships. He is that great tidal wave that's pushing everybody harder and harder week after week. And you know what? You got to deliver. You got to find these trip 20s because that's the pressure that Freddie puts on you night after night.
Yeah, he just consistently outscores you until he just gets down to a double and you're nowhere near. But Joe's been doing a great job to keep it close. Smart dart to go downstairs. And he will stay there. So look at the 96 scored from Fred Krueger to leave 130. So Joe all the way back on 312.
Yeah, beautiful darts there from Fred. And now emergency time for Joe. Needs to start finding, needs at least one here. He's just scrambling around looking for one, not able to convert, finds a 45. So this leg might be done and dusted as long as Freddie doesn't make a mess of it.
And make a mess of it he will, because he will not be on a finish now. But he finds the trip 20. He's going to be wanting to take that first dart back because he's left himself 50 now. You know that he wanted to go for the bull there. That's the kind of shooter that he is. He wants that flashy finish.
Of course. And, you know, but there's also no need for it. He's a smart shooter as well. I mean, 267, your opponent is nowhere near. Joe just looking to try. I mean, he's got to hit the ton, right, to leave himself at least a low percentage opportunity. Goes downstairs to find the 59, but Freddie, no way he goes for the center of the board here.
No, he won't. If it was the end of the, if he had a dart at the double bull at the end of that last visit, he 100% would have done it. And 50 scored, double 20 there. What a good visit from Fred Krueger to seal the set.
Days End Tavern is Oxford's hometown sports bar, always serving up great times, great drinks, and great vibes.
always open for the biggest games. Come for the people, stay for the dart leagues, pool leagues, trivia nights, live music, and so much more going on every week. Come as friends, leave as family. How every hometown bar should be. Head on down to Days End Tavern in Oxford today.
𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗎 Darts is the name in darts for Central Massachusetts and beyond. From dart sets and boards, accessories and apparel, to luck of the draws and events, 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗎 Darts does it all to support the community they truly understand and love. Trusted by everyone, from players just starting out to state league champions, if you need to stock up on supplies or are just looking for a good time, look no further than 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗎 Darts. Be sure to follow them on Facebook to stay up to date and tell them the WPL sent you.
Since 2014, US Sports and Apparel has been helping teams, companies, and organizations look their best. Their catalog runs deep, including custom team uniforms, embroidered corporate wear, spirit wear, and promotional items. If you want it branded, they have the tools and the people to get the job done right. So if you're looking for unmatched quality, customer service, and quick turnaround time on your project, head down to Marlboro or give US Sports and Apparel a call. Again, if you're looking for gear that works as hard as you do, trust in US Sports and Apparel to get the job done right.
3-2 and a kind of a nervy set there.
I mean, fair credit to Joe. I mean, he pushed him all the way to that game deciding set there, or leg, excuse me. But again, Joe's not been playing bad. Mike even pushed Fred last week to that, game deciding leg. So again, Fred has been playing well, but he hasn't been the scary monster that is untouchable that he was in weeks 1 and 2. It's just, can you convert on the chances and keep yourself consistent hanging around in these legs? Because Freddie, he's not slowing down anytime soon.
And the thing is, last set, Joe did take advantage of the small chances that he was given, and that's what drove it. But that last leg, Fred didn't give him anything, and that's the big deal. So Joe's got to hold his throw now because it's real hard to break Fred Krueger's throw.
Yeah, incredibly. I mean, it might be one of the toughest things that any of these players can do this season. It happens so rarely. Freddie lining up these triple 20s, finds one, so plenty of space to work with. Oh my goodness, are we going to see another 180 from Fred Krueger tonight? No! I don't think we have seen a 180 from Fred Krueger tonight, have we? Yes, we have. We've seen one.
I'd have to go back and double check it. We've seen so many that I need a compilation video of just Fred Krueger 180s.
Shout out to the highlights that get produced week over week that you guys can watch over on our YouTube channel. Guys, if you aren't subscribed, we're on the great push to 500, and we would appreciate your support. So that's youtube.com/@WPL Darts. Please go support us as Fred Krueger tries to give us more highlights, looking to go downstairs for the switch. Not able to find that trip 17. I think you're subscribed to our YouTube, Nick, right?
I am subscribed to our YouTube. I do get the notifications when we go live. Make sure you hit the little bell so that you know when we post videos. And we post the long format videos and we post the shorts, so you get to see all the clips, like when we make fun of ourselves for not doing math or when there's a ladybug in the studio that Marty calls a giant bug.
Giant velociraptor with wings in the studio. It's not here today, but Freddie certainly is, and he's, oh my goodness, that second dart was so close going downstairs now to those 19s. Good switch. I mean, it's because the bug flew past Lamp, and it looked a lot bigger because of the shadow it cast.
He was scared by the shadow of the ladybug?
I am not a friend to bugs.
So, Joe, gonna look to at least score 100, wants the 97, but it's not gonna happen. So, it looks like only a 58. So, Fred Krueger doesn't have to go 20-20 bull, and probably won't. We'll see what he decides with his first dart. He does decide to go that route, so double 15. Just a funny choice, and he makes it happen. You can tell it's the kind of guy he is. He wants to have these like show-stopping finishes where even if he doesn't have to, he's going to go after that bull and leave himself the bull.
Yeah, I mean, a fantastic take there. And, Freddie, he's just practicing for those big game moments. And you got to feel for Joe because he's not pressuring him. He knows it, but Fred's still doing it anyway. And that's got to hurt mentally when this guy is just capable of just delivering on the board like he did just now.
He wants the highlight reel stuff. He came up to us after the play-in where he did not hit a 180 on stream. And he was like, I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to do it for you. And you can just, it's just the showman in him. That's all it is. So only a 45 scored from Joe. Fred Krueger is very well in control of this set after breaking Joe's throw and leading off with what was a 97, and now he's right back into the red bit, looking for the 180. And no, he goes down for the 177. So a big visit from Fred Krueger. Not a 180, but close.
I mean, fantastic work being done by Fred Krueger, just delivering excellence time after time on the board. Joe just struggling to keep up, finds the big triple there, but he's still almost 100 points back even after finding that ton. Freddie is looking to walk away with this hold of throw if he can continue to score as well as he has been. Looks like he's going to stay up there. Wants to, finds the big 60, I believe. I don't think he snuck one in there, but it's enough. He's not under pressure. He has the freedom to go wherever he wants, and he doesn't leave himself a bogey number with that 167.
He's on a 167 after 9 darts. Like, what do you do when your opponent is leaving finishes after 9 darts? It's so hard to combat. The scoring has just been so good for Fred Krueger, and he finds the trip 20. He's going for the trip 19. He wants the highlight finish, and the highlight finish is not going to be found. So he goes back up for a 139. Just crazy stuff from Fred Krueger.
Yeah, one of the other underrated outshots that we have this season, the Massive Staffing 167, has not been found either alongside the Tee Up Tap Room 170. So there's 2 companies out there that are very, very sad that these guys haven't been able to find those hits. But it's going to happen. You feel like it's going to happen. Fred Krueger trying to make it happen here with 28, lining the shot up, gets it. Oh my goodness, he's just outside the shadow. Shadow darts for sure. So reeling it back in, just trying to find it, navigate that line through. He can't get it done, but you know what? It's 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗺, baby. Opponent's all the way back at 232.
Yeah, your opponent's not really pressuring you. Joe you can see the shake of the head. He's not able to find the trip 20 consistently like he likes. The scoring has just not been there from Joe. And that's not to say it's like bad scoring. It's just it hasn't been up to snuff with Fred's power scoring.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a different standard of play. And Fred, again, he's just outside. I mean, how close can you get with these marker darts? Okay, finally uses it, finds it with that second dart. But, I mean, that's one of the things that, you know, especially talking with a lot of guys down there in Providence, talking to the community, they were saying that they are so happy to see Fred basically come up here and show what that area is all about. They've got some great players. They know that they can hang with the best of them, and right now he is the best of them. He's pushing everybody else real hard, and I know a lot of players out here in Massachusetts are thinking, I can hang with Fred.
Yeah, until you go and play them. That's when it becomes everyone can sit and watch these games and go, I can do that. I can throw an 80 average. And then you go and try to throw it and you're like, all right, never mind. I take it back.
You're like, I don't want to play darts anymore.
So finds the triple with his last dart. Joe in control of the leg now, is starting to find the scoring. Can he consistently keep it? Looks like he's found one treble. Does find the big 140. So some scoring coming alive for Joe. Got to keep it going, though.
Yeah, and Freddie, again, a little bit of a drop-off here, but of course, right as we say that, finds that trip 20. Okay, slight correction right back down if he can. Looks like he's only able to find the ton. So Joe in a very good position here. He needs to find it. There's no more mistakes allowed from Joe. It's do or die darts. He can't afford to not hit at least around 100 every single visit if he wants to keep his hopes of extending this game alive. Not able to get it done. Massive opportunity for Fred now to potentially at least make it even.
Yeah, even a 60 would have been fine there. The 5 really makes it uncomfortable. Because now you need a you need at least a 60 to leave yourself a finish. And you're wanting at least a ton 40 to put yourself in a decent position. But Fred doesn't really pile the pressure on with that visit.
I mean, critically, Fred doesn't have to either. I mean, this is Joe's defense, his hold of throw. So if he's able to find another one in there, that's great. But the ton, it's enough because he's going to have another visit regardless. My goodness.
Oh, and we've got... Oh, and he went for the bull to set himself up. And look at that. The 145 from Fred Krueger. Joe sitting on 116, though. He's going to be wanting to take this one out. Looks like he's going to start 19s.
Looks like he's going down there, wants to find the trip. Not able to get it done. So opportunity for Freddie now coming back. Finds the big triple 20, but it's just that uncomfortable feeling. You know that there's a shark right behind you, and he smells blood in the water. He is basically trying to ensure your destruction. If he can just find this trip 20, it's not going to go. So we'll be staying, we'll be moving over to the 18s, can't convert, must go 18 for Joe Ricard.
And does Joe split this? I think he will go right at it, but if you can't risk missing inside. You miss inside and you're in a really awkward spot where you have to burn a dart. And he does. So that's a great first dart. It's going to be a nice marker, and you just hope not to clatter inside. And there it is, the third dart for Joe Ricard.
So reading the chat here, Derek in the chat says, wish I was in the area to be a chalker for the playoffs. It's all right. You can just make the hour-long trip, you know, or however many hours it takes to get over here. We would appreciate to have the scoring. I believe it's Steve St. Cyr in the chat saying definitely waiting for season 5. It's one of those guys looks at Freddie and goes, I can take him.
Yeah. And he's, funny enough, probably one of the guys that can. Like that. He's not me or you sitting in this booth doing the commentary.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was last week when I shared my story playing against Dave Cameron, and he went 4 visits, 5 visits, 4 visits, 4 visits, and I was just very sad
Yeah,
the rest of the day in Port City.
When the guy doesn't shoot under 100 average against you, it's like,
he has the highest single game average in that tournament, and it was against me, and it was just feels bad, man.
Yeah, I mean, actually, the same weekend, that was when I played him in doubles. I threw like a 95 and like a 4-2, and I lost 2-0. And it's like, all right, well,
what can you do? But I mean, that's a standard. I mean, again, last week, even coming back from Virginia Beach, Fred was still able to convert a nightly victory. Exhausted, playing a full weekend of darts. And I mean, these guys are out there playing so often. They know how to play under these high pressure situations, consistently put up these great darts. And that's, I think, being the key differentiator this season for Fred versus everybody else is the consistency. There's almost very rarely a time that he's just not there and reliable on his numbers and his doubles.
I mean, I think his worst game has been an 80 average, and that's better than most of the field in this tournament. You know what I mean? Like, and when he's playing at his best, he's being near 100. And look at this, 2 trip 20s from Fred Krueger, and it looks like he sneaks another one in there, a big 180 to leave 120. The power scoring continues from Fred Krueger.
Derek in the chat saying 6.5-hour drive. Yeah, that's pretty tough.
It's a day trip.
That's a day trip. It's a day trip. Well, we'll buy you a beer if you come on down. And speaking of buying some great shots there, big 137 from Joe Ricard brings the score down to 1-2-2. But Freddie looking for the Shanghai. I believe he's done this before once. The single 20, looking at double 20 for the Shanghai. Can he get it done? He can. He finds the double 20. What a take from Fred Krueger. Wow.
Tee-Up Taproom is the hub of darts in central Massachusetts. With close to 30 dartboards to play on and the biggest Friday luck of the draw around, you're guaranteed to see some friends or make some new ones every time you stop in. Additionally, Tee-Up Taproom hosts many Worcester Dart League and Minuteman Dart League teams in all divisions, making it fun and inviting for a wide range of players and skill levels. If you're looking to develop your game, why not try and play in one of the many weekly leagues from cricket to long format 501? You're going to grow as a player and have fun doing it. So if you're serious about darts, stop by Tee-Up Taproom as soon as you can. Say hi to Todd and Doreen and the rest of the staff. They'll be sure to take good care of you. Tee-Up Taproom, 70 James Street in Worcester. See you there.